Hey everyone, welcome back, and this is my review of Garo the Animation, Episode 7. Right away, before I delve into my reasoning for this statement, I have to say, this episode was mediocre at best, okay? And the reason I say this is because the biggest issue I think was way too fast-paced. From what I got from this, and it was kind of difficult for me to actually follow, right? From what I got from this episode was that it was like... at the beginning of this episode, we have Leon in his Makai Knight armor fighting apparently the Dark Makai Knight, who we literally know nothing about. He's just introduced in this episode. I don't think he's been so much as referenced before, okay? And we know literally nothing about him, and he doesn't make any other appearances in this episode except for one like brief mention by Leon's father at the very end of the episode, okay? And then Leon ends up being defeated apparently, and then he wakes up in this like house of someone else for some reason, and he was apparently drugged to where he lost his memories briefly so that he could pretend to be this girl's stepbrother who apparently ran away, named Pepe. Really? Pepe? I'm sorry, whenever I think of Pepe, the only character I can think of now is that shitty ass fucking character from Bleach, honestly. Recently actually. But anyways though, aside from that though, and then the real Pepe comes back, and apparently he wants revenge because his parents were killed because his mother was accused of being a werewolf, and there's also like the church and that one like nun in the church or whoever the hell, whatever the hell she is, and there's the there's the well, not the father, but the caretaker of that one the caretaker of that one girl that I mentioned, the younger stepsister of Pepe, who's the one who actually drugged Leon so that he could make him pretend to be Pepe, even though there's obvious differences in terms of appearance. It's really fucking cluttered, okay? It really is. The pacing was just really off, okay? And another thing that was really off was actually the animation. The animation definitely took a nosedive in this episode, especially at the very beginning of the episode. There was like 10 fucking seconds of nothing but a constant like still frame, okay? And other than that, like the animation, like overall, definitely took a nosedive in this episode, and the action scenes were not as good, which is disappointing. Okay, one thing I did think was kind of cool is when Pepe turned into this like I don't know what it is, like it looks like a creature that's like a cross between a werewolf and a Makai Knight, and it looked really fucking awesome, mind you. But other than that, the episode just seemed really rushed to me. I think it had great potential here. But overall, I just didn't like it too much. It was just a mediocre episode, I felt. Okay, and there's really nothing more for me to say about it than that. So, anyways, if you've yet to see this week's episode of Garo the Animation, then I guess check it out. But just be warned that it's very rushed and very cluttered, and yeah, and I still can't wait for next week's episode, because overall I'm really loving Garo. I just really hope that next week's episode isn't like this week's episode, is all, okay? So anyways, overall I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.